T.Y. Moore was born in Lagos, Nigeria. She is a movie director, producer, and actress, having produced her own works and featured in a number of other works. Toyin started as a television broadcaster in 2004, working as a presenter and producer in the then DBN television. She went on to start hosting her own programs as an independent producer, syndicating her programs on different stations. She relocated to the UK in 2009, where she continued making films, among which are At Home and Abroad, 18 Karat Mama, The Outcast, Blood Type, Captivated, and 69, a Yoruba movie. Toyin is a single parent residing here in the UK and is my guest on the Justif Show today. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Justif Show, and I have as my guest today on the show a very good friend of mine, Toyin. You're welcome to the show. Yeah, so tell us about the film that you did. You brought in Fred Amata to direct, and why are you smiling? Is there something you want to tell us?
Oh, well, nothing. It's just that every time I hear the name Fred, there are some other images that come.
Okay, that's no. What images are that? May I ask?
I'm not quite sure. Is this 18? Is this an 18 rated program?
Okay,
No.
Okay, tell us about the film. How did that go?
It was a very exciting but touching story. I guess because of my reason for doing it at all. I was attracted to such stories. It was a story about a little girl. She was about 15 when she got pregnant, and she was abandoned by her mom. And it was so terrible that she went into labor at home, and her mother was there but did not help her. So there's this 15-year-old girl all by herself. Her mom is in the sitting room, she's screaming and howling and in labor for so long. And a stranger walking outside heard the cry running, and then they helped her, and then her mom pretended like she was helping. But it was such a traumatic experience that she got paralyzed from the waist down. And somehow this girl, on a wheelchair, she went and tried to go back to school. She would carry her baby, go on the wheelchair, go to Bodilon, go and line up for JAM. Some person helped her. She got herself back into school. She went through school. She graduated, became an professional estate agent or whatever. By the time she was 26, she had bought landed property and was building her own house. And so I thought that was a very strong story. First of all, to talk to teenagers that no matter how devastating it is, you can pick yourself up. And it don't matter who let you down or who dropped you, even if it was your closest people, because I had experienced betrayal from a very close person. Mm-hmm. So I could relate to people who got hurt and who got crushed and who tried to get up, and who actually did something with it. Now, after that film, because it was such a success, I mean, you're talking prolific Fred Amata directing your film. You had people like Empress Njama. I had people like Segun Arinze. I had Ebere or Okafor in the film. I had Uncle Zach Amata in the film. I mean, some of the really good actors. It was a fantastic film. Even Ruka Amata, of course, they always help each other, all the Amata clan. So I got to meet the Amatas. And I would say that they've been quite instrumental in helping me forge what I would call a strong foundation for movie making. Because you see, there is a way I saw them do it. There were days we would have script conference on things we wanted to do. We could have script conference for days. Uncle Zach would be there, Uncle Lou Jacobs would be there, Fred would be there. We'll sit down over pepper soup, drink, or whatever. But really, ideas are being, do you understand? And so, when they do casting and all of that, I see how they cast, I see how they stay true to a story and all of that, and you try and follow through, you know. I think I've been very fortunate because even when I was doing Champions, I had people like Tunde Adijedido, they call him Ajilo.
Yeah.
He used to run my production for me, you know.
And he is very good.
Yeah,
Solid.
and this guy is he Uzozo or what? Uzozo.
I hope he would forgive you for
Uncle Laz. Uncle Laz. Uncle Laz. Those were like, I mean, I was standing on the shoulders of almost 60, 70 years of experience of production people that, you know, so I think I got very fortunate, and he kind of established for me expectations, what it should be like, you know. So even though I didn't go to film school at 13, I didn't study it, God, through my circumstances, he brought me into a situation where I learned from the very best. I don't think any university could have taught me better than that. Yeah.
Okay, here you are in the UK. What brought you here?
What brought me here? Another situation happened. I lost my mom. And even though I was separated from my husband and he had gone on with another woman, he was the father of my children. So 6 months after my mom died of cancer, he also died of cancer. So I just had this, like, I need a break, you know. I need to breathe. Losing my mom for me was catastrophic. It was not expected. She was the youngest of our siblings. It wasn't like she was sick for a long time. She wasn't. I felt like she was taken away from us. You know, when we needed her the most, I was scared because I had junior ones, you know, and I had a good job. But I wasn't in the right place emotionally. I wanted out. I just wanted to get out.
Can we have some tissue? Okay, we'll go for a quick break and we'll be back shortly.
There's time for everything. This time is the children's time. You need to give them your time, and you need to evaluate priorities in your life. This is not the time to be all that big girl thing. This is a time to be a mother. Yes, those were the challenges that I faced, like being disdained for a woman who knows her, expecting you not to do well. But it is a good thing. It makes you set out to do well. And he was like, God, I need a new direction. I need a new life. I need to get out of here, you know. Some people will say you're running away. Maybe I was running away. Maybe I couldn't handle all of that. It was a bit too much for me, you know, having two people die within 6 months of each other of cancer, you know, and little children, like. So I came to London. My brother was in London, so I came one Christmas, and I said to him, I'm not going to go back. And he said, why don't you go think it through, and, you know, when you make up your mind. And I went back with the kids that Christmas. By February I was back. I mean, if I could afford to buy a ticket twice like that and move back and forth, I had the means to do it, you know. But I just needed a change. And I felt like my children, they didn't used to see me. You know, when people die, your priorities get straightened. So I started asking myself, okay, I leave the house before they wake up, or sometimes they go to school, and then by the time I come back at night, they are asleep. So my kids don't see me all through the week, they see me weekends. So I have a house help who eats my food, sits on my furniture, runs my house, who is their parent. I'm just the person that brings money. I don't have any kind of close-knit relationship with them. But my mom is dead, the father is dead. I'm thinking, what will these children have
If you don't.
if I don't connect with them? You know, it just jogs everything. You know, and I said, you know what, Toyin? There's time for everything. This time is the children's time. You need to give them your time, and you need to evaluate priorities in your life. This is not the time to be all that big girl thing. This is a time to be a mother and a time to give these children a future. So I came back in February, March of that year, the next year, and yeah.
What are the challenges that, because you're part of the new Nollywood UK?
Yeah.
What are the challenges you experience in trying to build it?
The first major challenge, and I think everybody would agree with that, is funding.
That's everywhere.
Funding. For us, it's kind of unique in the sense that back at home, investors have started putting money into film and all of that. But it's like we started all afresh here. You know, you're dealing with trying to, as it were, swim against the current. You know, you're starting something that is on I'll call it new territories. You know, so first of all, funding. Second, as a woman, I felt, I could be wrong, I felt like I wasn't taken seriously, that not much was expected of me because
You're a woman.
I'm a woman. Second, I don't have the name from way back home in Nigeria. What can she do? I remember calling one actress, I won't mention her name, and saying, I'm directing my first film, Blood Type. I would like you to please come and feature as XYZ. She writes me back, ooh, sorry, she really doesn't do such small da-da-da-da-da. If I was going to have a Charles Novia or any director on it, well, she might consider. But she's sorry, she doesn't really do those kind of films. And I took that as a challenge. And I said, she's going to be sorry.
She's going to ask to feature in
She's
your
going to
film.
be sorry. She's going to ask to feature in my film. Because if there's anything I have learned, it is that I know I've paid my dues. And I know that I pay attention, you know. And I was filming a series. And toward the end of it, I didn't have any directors. I had to do it. So I had also practiced. So I knew I could do it. But, hey, I had to now show that I could do it. So it made me go after it with everything. Praying, studying, mastering the art. And I come across as very strict on set. But it's not because of anything. It's because I don't want to fail. I don't want to come up and they will say, oh, is that what she can do? Do you understand? I felt if I was going to do this, I might as well do it well, you know. So I take my time, I go through the stories, I send it to different people, I have them check it out, come back to me with it, you know, and then when I go on set, you know, I try my best to cast within the limitations we have in the UK because we don't have a lot of, you know, actors and actresses. So I find that I'm training people, you know, which is okay because, I mean, someone trained me, you know, I don't mind, you know, but yes, those were the challenges that I faced, like being disdained for a woman who knows her, expecting you not to do well. But it is a good thing. It makes you set out to do well.
Okay, you came here in 2004. How many films have you done since then? Just call it out your finger.
I've done
including the series.
The series, At Home Abroad, Blood Type, Captivated, 69. I'm doing Apostle Do Good right now. 5. that I have produced and co-directed or directed. In almost all of it, I have put my money in.
That is awesome. That is awesome. That this is a woman who has come from where she came from. I mean, I don't know how many women could withstand what you have to withstand. Kudos to you.
Thank you.
I mean, you're amazing.
Yes.
I have to say.
And you're part of the success story because some of the scripts were written by Evelyn Obaho.
Okay, but this is about Tony Mora.
You can't dodge it.
You know, you're an extremely amazing woman.
Thank you.
Okay, time is not a friend of ours. But before we go, just look into that camera and tell the young ones something that can inspire them.
There's something I learned recently, and that is you need to convert your time to value. Make your time that you have now into something good. Understudy people. Find a mentor attached to them. You hear me talk a lot about the amatas and all of that. You have to have people that can download into your life. You have to have people you can look up to and learn from their strengths, their mistakes. Be teachable. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fail. If you don't try, you don't know. And you have to believe in yourself. If nobody else believes in you, you believe in yourself, you know. And if you fail, just try again. You know, there's nothing that we can't do. Trusting God and setting out to at least make a difference. You know, make a difference. Anytime you want to be a solution to something, I think that is the key to succeeding in life.
Thank you. When the camera is before me, I'm never short of words, but I am today. Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you for coming on the show to share your experience. I'm completely honored. Wish you all the best in the future.
Thank
but
you.
you're a strong woman. We know that you can do it.
Thanks for having me. I was looking forward to today.
Thank
You know, I was having me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, that's our show for today. It's wonderful, quite emotional having Tony on the show. We're going to do this again sometime soon. Till then, take care. God bless.
It's one good memory that will stay for a long time in my brain.
Do you not see how beautiful you are? Why then do you want to destroy yourself with that thing that you are holding in your hand?
Get out! Stupid woman!
Do you have a mirror at home?
Shut that your gutter you call him out.
Is there no other God out there?
I do not care what any one of you say. The West bring all their problems.
I will give you an helicopter slap if you don't stop this.
Everything. I just want to kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm looking for this really beautiful girl.
Brother, we have a lot of beautiful girls around here. Eh? You can start with me now.
Who gave you permission to come here? You following my daughter?
No, sir, we just classmates, sir.
Eh?
No,
Stupid boy.